I broke down the second round of fantasy basketball into clear tiers. Here's who actually gives you a winning edge and the surprising picks most managers overlook each year. We believe every NBA fan should play fantasy basketball. Quick disclaimer, my family is sleeping upstairs and I am on my way to Dallas for a live in-person draft with my home league. So I'm trying to just sneak in another episode. And that first round tier episode, people wanted to see round 2. So here we go. First things first, let me just let you know when I recorded that. I'm sorry. When I recorded the first one, it was at the beginning of the daggone fantasy basketball offseason. And I just kept pushing it back because we had so many new creators joining our team. Big shout out to Leo. Big shout out to Diego. Big shout out to Maddie G. And of course, my brother D-Mac. And since then, I had to kind of push content back, right? So I wanted to make sure I got to this in real time. So this episode is going to come out really fast. But because I recorded this joint, the first round joint so long ago, Tyrese Maxey was going in the first round at that time. So I had him in the tier episode. Many would argue that he deserves to be in the first round any way you look at it. But what we're seeing in mock drafts right now, he is not going in the first round. So he will be featured in this episode for the second round as well. Just wanted to put that out there. Let's get into it. First things first, the S tier, there is no mistake for me. The guy who stands alone in this S tier is Devin Booker. Many people, I've seen Devin Booker go as high as the 9th and 10th pick in mock drafts. People are drafting him in the first round in 12-team leagues. So for me, the guy that if he's available at that 2-1 pick in a 12-team fantasy basketball league, category league, points league, roto league, lock in mode, high score on Yahoo. I don't give a shit, Sue puppy. If your man is available, then you snatch him up. So my S tier, he will stand alone for now. Next tier, for the A tier, I'm going to go ahead and go Tyrese Maxey. I'm going to give him his due respect. Yes, at the time of recording our first round episode, he was going in the first round. We saw him going at 8 and 9 and 10, and it just kept dropping. Now he's going in the middle of the second round in many mock drafts, specifically for points leagues. The next person that would also hang out with Tyrese Maxey in that A tier is my man, Paolo Banchero. And now, is that the universe trying to tell me that your man Paolo? I try to put him in the A tier. They were like, nah, Rob, your man belongs in the D tier. Okay, so we'll put him in the A tier. Oh, kebabs. Yo, the tier gods is not having it. Come on, man. Let my man live. Jeez Louise. So Paolo Banchero, and this is, again, I'm approaching this from a points league perspective. So many of my category league players are like, what are you doing? Paolo Banchero is trash. Like, nah, man. For points leagues, it's a go. If you play in lock-in mode on Sleeper, if you play the new high score Yahoo format, this is for you. However, for my category league players, I think Devin Booker is still a go, and I think Tyrese Maxey as well. Paolo would be a question mark, but let's keep going. So I think I'm about done with my A tier right now, and I'm going to take it to the old timers. For the B tier, we're going to bring a trio of old timers. We're going to start with my man, Steph Curry. In the B tier, then we're going to go with KD. And these guys, you could draft them, in any order here. It doesn't have to be like Curry first, KD. It's totally up to you, but I'm just, for argument's sake, or for the sake of this exercise, I should say, I'm going to put them in this order. So Curry, KD, LeBron, Father of Time, James in the B tier. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay. So going into this C tier, this is a guy that we have seen fall, right? Like, I've seen this guy go in the third round. Huh? Let that sink in. And honestly, it makes sense that he's falling. The team has changed. He's not in the same position he was a year or two ago. So we've seen a slight regression in his production from the Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell. So Donovan Mitchell will be the lead off hitter for our C tier. Kenny Atkinson, who is a remarkable coach. I was living in New York City at the time when he had that Brooklyn Nets team with D'Angelo Russell and Spencer Dinwiddie competing in the playoffs. So he's a great coach. And now that he has some talent in Cleveland, he's making noise. But what that also leads to is not running those players to the ground because they're playing for the big picture, right? And I think Donovan Mitchell's fantasy value has been negatively impacted by that. So it is what it is. And we just keep it moving from there. Next up is my man J Dub. J- oh my God, the universe want him on what? Like, they just like, nope, D tier Robin, not C. We're going to put him on a C tier right next to Donovan Mitchell. And then also in that same C tier is my man, Evan Mobley. I love Evan Mobley for fantasy basketball, y'all. Like, I am Cheech and Chong, Method Man and Redman, K2 bath salt laced woolies. Like, I am wild about Evan Mobley. So here in the C tier in the second round is totally, totally fair. Let's move on to the D tier. We got a couple of rockets. We're going to start with my man, Alperen, the Goon, Shin Goon. Some people are not as high on Shingun, especially a lot of my category league brothers. They're like, nah, get him out of here. For me, I am great with that. One thing that you want to be mindful of is the fact that younger players haven't reached their maximum potential, right? So we joke, we call him Baby Joker and things like that, right? KD's there, Amin is there. Fred VanVleet went down. There's a lot of things brewing in Houston right now. And I think Shingun, we have yet to see the best version of him. And what I saw in the EuroLeague stuff, your man is cooking with hot bacon grease. So for me, I'm gonna put him in that D tier. And right after Shingun, we got your man, Amin Pray to Heaven Thompson. When I tell you, this dude, come on, man. I the first time I saw Amin Thompson play basketball, he was playing for OTE here in the Atlanta area. My son is a huge OTE fan, right? He put me on. He was like, Dad, you got to watch this. I was like, this is a great brand of basketball. We go to the arena to watch the games. We sit courtside sometimes for holidays and birthdays. But the first time I saw Amin Thompson, I saw a room of young men joking and being teenagers, and then I saw a maniacal basketball psychopath in Amin Thompson. You could see it in his eyes. Even his brother Asar was joking around and stuff, y'all. But him, I was like, "Who? What is that kid's name?" He was like, "That's Amin. That's one of the twins." I was like, he's going to be a problem. And it is truly coming to fruition. And I think this year, grabbing him in the second round is fair. I wouldn't reach in the first, but second round is fair. I think I'm going to hold there for the DT. Let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got one more pick to make it 12. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just go with my man, LaMelo. And I think I'll put LaMelo in not the F tier, but the D tier. So he would be the last pick of that round. Now, for this F tier, just like we did for the last episode or the last installment to this series. The F tier is for those fringe kind of third rounders, people who are going at the top of the third round, but you could draft them at the back end of the second if you like. So Jalen Brunson has fallen. People were drafting him in the first round early on in mock draft season, but he would go in that F tier. Chet Holmgren, especially for points leagues, is going in that third round. But if you wanted to grab him in that second round, I wouldn't be mad at it. And then we have the Giddler, Josh the Giddler Giddey. Many would have him up here. People would be like, yo, your man needs to be all the way up here next to Devin Booker. Look, the computer won't even let me do it. Put him next to Devin Booker. Actually, put him in front of Devin Booker. Huh? Like, people are crazy astronaut high, moon rock high on Josh Giddey. And I'm just not there. My reasons for it, despite him having an amazing run towards the end of last season, we have never seen a full season of this from Josh Giddey. So I'm not about to draft him in the first round, which people are doing. People are drafting him like pick 10 in points leagues, category leagues, every league. People are crazy about the Giddler. I'm not there. I tend to play it safe. Like, I'll swing for the fences in the later rounds, not in the first and second round. So S tier, no. A tier, no. B tier, no. C tier, no. D tier, no. F tier, yes. And after Chet. I'm just saying. And last but not least, in this F tier, oh my God, my boy, Zion Williamson. Now, people have Zion in points leagues in the 40s, like lower than me. I have him at 30. And even here, this is a reach to put him at the back end of the second round, early third. But for me, I think something is brewing. He has one of the highest field goal percentages for a player at this stage of his career when he plays. The issue is that he hasn't been healthy. His money depends on him staying healthy. So I just have a really good feeling that he is going to be a league winner this year. If you want to be a league winner this year, watch our playlist with all of our sleepers.